in Ahoraniand and Lior Horovitz. They are sheltering outside of Tel Aviv. Also lost a friend, Alex Look, who was killed at that music festival on Saturday. To you both, thank you. Lior, as I was listening to Robert report from Tel Aviv, I also had an eye on you and our monitor here in the studio. And I noticed that you were praying a moment ago, or I assume you were. How are you both doing right now?
We're trying to be as best as we can to stay strong for our families, for friends. The news is just more and more friends are missing or dead or injured. Families separated all over the state, all over the country. Trying to do our best.
Lior, what is your prayer?
I just a few seconds ago, I just talked to God, talked to Alex, our friend, talked to all the kids, people, women, dads, old people that kidnapped or died, or we still don't know what's going on with them. I spoke to myself about it, and I said to them that we do it only for them, that people will know what happened, that people will know what we are going through right now, and maybe to give some hope to ourselves too in those very tough and hard days.
I share in your prayer. Your friend Alex was 33 years old. He was at the music festival where so many lost their lives. He was one of those. He was speaking to his dad the moment he was killed. Can you both tell me more about his final moments and what he was able to say?
Yeah, we woke up to a morning. Very urgently, we heard the red alerts from the rockets firing, ran to the shelter. And while we were there, I received a message actually from his father that he was on the phone with him during the festival. And he's worried. He told me he heard him saying that people are shooting on them and they are hiding in some shelter. And why it's happened, they hid with a few more people, and the father heard shootings and explosions around, and then silence, and then he heard like people speaking Arabic around, and then the phone ended. So he told me he had a bad feeling and he doesn't feel that it has a good future, so he asked me to look for him. So since then, we just posted his face and his photos all over the media, trying to get any clue about him. And especially when we know who he is. And usually he's getting into trouble, but he's always going out of it with his own kind of charisma. Like he never failed, never.
We're looking at images of your friend Alex, and as I have read about him over the last few hours, he grew up in Canada, but he had family in Israel. He had lived in Cabo for a time. I mean, he was a world traveler who lived and loved life. Tell us more about your young friend.
He did.
Alex is a guy that always when you are around him, there is a party. He makes the party. He's the leader. He's the one that brings all the good energy, all the jokes, all the laughs, like everything. I don't know someone that can say something else about him. Alex is a guy that loves to travel, loves to see things, not to stay in a place like that. He loves people so much. So many people love him. Like after we posted the pictures of him that we are looking for him, we got so many phone calls, messages from people all over the world that knows him, that wants to know what's going on with him. If we found him, what's going on? And he's a very, very, very good friend of us. He's not a friend. He's a family. Like, we were so close, all of us, and few more people that we are a very close
group of friends.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.